What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you all again. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only, so let's be entertained. Talking about Redbox today. This is the video that some of you have been asking about, you've been wanting, so I went ahead, I put it together. I'm going to go through it with you guys, and we will go from there. If you don't watch the entire video, you're probably not going to understand exactly where I'm coming from. I have seen the comments, people thinking I'm a shill. It's okay. They're out there. They're in the community. Like somebody so kindly pointed out, I do have 160 subscribers. My videos reach between 100 and 300 people, and I have no effect on this play, and I couldn't move this thing if I wanted to. My subscriber base is minimal. My views are minimal. There's just a select few of you that come back here because you like honest TA. And over the last 30 days since I started the channel, that's what I have been throwing out, is just honest TA. So from there, if you don't like it, I don't care if you unsubscribe or not. Like I said, I have 160 subscribers. What does it matter if I go down to 1 again, you know? Doesn't matter to me. But I do like the ones that do subscribe to the channel because they like that kind of thing. They like honesty. They like TA. And I know people say TA doesn't work. But as I've shown you over the last 30 days, TA absolutely does work unless there is a catalyst. The catalyst you all want is a short squeeze. I understand that. In the event of a short squeeze, yes, TA is going to be very, very hard to predict. But we still will have those support resistance lines that come into play as long as everything's not going haywire. So as we've seen over the last 30 days, there has not been a short squeeze, so it's very, very predictable. So going from there, let's get into the actual meat of the conversation. The RDBX to CSSE, if the merger goes through. Now, I cannot tell you if the merger is going to go through or how soon the merger is going to happen after that vote. What I do think is that the insiders have the majority of the shares, and they have told us in print that they are on board with the merge. So that means in my head, the merge is probably happening. What I did find interesting was if you do not vote, it was basically against the merge. Now I think that's interesting, but I also think that Redbox might be covering their butt. Because if they would have said that that's just a non-vote, a non-point, and look, we still have the majority, then it could have looked a little bit lopsided as far as an actual vote going through with people on both sides. So is it just something to cover their butt? Like if you don't vote, okay, you're against it. Very interesting to me. I haven't really seen that before, and I think that's I don't know. It's odd to me, right? If everybody doesn't vote, then it's a no vote for the merge. Strange, but maybe protection based. So in my head, and I can't guarantee you what's going to happen, but there could be a merge, and if the merge does happen, we have to think how soon after the vote goes through does this merge happen. Now, the vote's on August 8th. What's been done behind the scenes, we do not know. How close are they to having every piece of the puzzle put together so that they can just go ahead and rock and roll with their merge? And how much is left to be done? See, if everything is pretty much there except for a vote, it could happen really quick. It could. There's no reason that it would have to drag out. If there are still big pieces of the puzzle, it could drag out. So now you're thinking, well, how much time do I have between now, August 8th, and whenever the merge happens? Nobody knows. We're in the dark. Somebody probably has an idea, but not us. None of us do. We just are completely clueless as to what those time frames are, when it's going to happen, and what's going to go down. So time frames, right? Time frames are huge with short squeezes. We're kind of thinking about what the time frame is for shorts. How long can they hold on? How long can they stay in the play? How long do we have to be able to be involved in the play? And that's going to kind of all lay itself out, I would say, very quickly after August 8th, or it's going to get very sketchy from there. So let's just go into the math, the breakdown, where you basically are going to end up, if you ride this thing out, Redbox to CSSE. We have it in the filing, 0.087 shares. So for every one, you get 0.087 shares. So I kind of broke that down. I did the math. I'm going to guess maybe some of you guys hold about 100 shares, but I like rounder numbers than that. So I used 104 Redbox shares. 104 Redbox shares is going to transfer into about 9.04 shares of CSSE. So we'll call that 9. Again, I like nice even numbers. Yes, it's going to be fractionally off, but it is what it is. It's my math, and this is the way I did it. So let's say hypothetically your price that you paid for your RDBX share was $6. Now I'm going to give you guys some benefit of the doubt that you were not chasing this thing, but maybe you were. So you're going to have to kind of figure in your own numbers wherever you are here. But I'm using 6. I think most people were playing this somewhere around the $6 level, and I don't know who chased it or continued to add or who did what, but let's just call it an average of $6. $6 at 104 shares is $624 for your total investment, everything that you have wrapped up in your RDBX right now. Now, CSSE hypothetically is trading right now at $8.50 at the time that I was writing this up just earlier this morning. Doesn't mean that it's going to be trading at $8.50 whenever the merge happens. They're going to be incurring, Redbox, some of their debt, all of that fun stuff. Could it get hit down even lower? Yes, it absolutely could. But you get your 9 shares of CSSE if and when the merge goes through. And we're just going to say it happened right now at $8.50. So your total holdings of CSSE now becomes $76.50. So that's what you have. You have 9 shares at $8.50. Your total investment, no matter what you have in Redbox, you just got to do your numbers from there. But we're figuring it off of basically those 104 shares, $76.50. That's what it is at the end of the day if it happened right now. Now, your current loss would be from your initial investment. So your initial investment with Redbox, right, at $6 for 104 shares was $624. And it would be $547.50. So that's the difference from what you invested in Redbox to what you are going to receive as far as CSSE goes, as long as they're trading at $8.50 at the time of the merge. Now, to make up that difference, right, you're down $547.50 with your 9 shares in hand of CSSE. You're looking at recouping $60.83 per share, which means from that $8.50 level that we're hypothetically saying CSSE is trading at, CSSE would need to trade at $69.33. Why $69.33? Well, the math is the $60.83 to recoup those losses, plus the $8.50 share you got in hand. So we take that $69.33, we multiply it by the 9 shares that you have, that you received from merge from the Redbox shares, and that puts you at $623.97. So you're still about 3 cents down roughly, but our numbers aren't right on, so there is fractional differences there. But basically break even, that's what you're looking at if all of this was to happen right now at $8.50. So you got to ask yourself some questions. Is the merge going to happen? Do I think the merge is going to happen? And if so, how soon? Right? Is there still time for that short squeeze to play out? Or is the merge going to get called off? I can't answer that for you because I don't know. Do I believe that this can or will still pump, as in Redbox, to a place where it's possible for my accounts to be green right now or minimize my losses as far as my holding average goes? Do you want to walk away unscathed, or are you still very determined that this is going to make you some money? I can't answer that for you. You have to answer that for you. I don't care if you buy, I don't care if you sell, I don't care about any of that. This is about momentum trading, and I do not believe in the whole diamond hand thing outside of a couple select stocks that I hold in several brokerages, and I've been sitting on them, and I'm an 801, and that kind of made me not a diamond hander, honestly, from being an 801. So that's where I sit. That's where my whole mentality changed. And I'm still holding those two, and I will hold those two until whatever happens. I don't care. That money in my eyes is just out there, gone. And this is the whole new aspect of everything else: make money, take money. Do I think CSSE will ever trade or squeeze to $70 just to break even? That's a big one, right? The highest CSSE has ever traded is $47.72. So do I believe that CSSE is going to hit $70 just so that I can break even? And how long is that going to take? And let's say I wasn't willing to walk away with breaking even or taking a slight loss in RDBX. Am I going to be willing, if CSSE hits that $70, to walk away with an even account? Is that going to be enough? Or are you going to say, no, I want to see 140. I want to see 210. I want to see 280. I want to see 350. How high does it have to go? That's the question. How high does it have to go? How long am I willing to be a CSSE holder waiting for that day to come? That's another question. Do you like the company CSSE? Because you're going to be a shareholder in it. Do you like what they're doing? Have you researched it? Do you really believe that CSSE might pull some sort of miracle out of their hat? Do you believe that they will short squeeze to insane levels? I don't know. I can't answer that for you. I have no interest in CSSE. I've never researched CSSE. I don't care about CSSE. So the final question I have to ask you guys. Now, this is real talk. This is why you guys come back, because I don't know why you guys come back, but you come back, and I appreciate it. Why wasn't $18 enough? You got in at $6. It ran to $18. How much do you need? Why wasn't $18 enough? We all have to get burned by a play or two before we realize bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. What does that mean? It means you can make money on the upside, you can make money on the downside, but if you get too greedy in either direction, you get slaughtered. Now, maybe this was the first play you got introduced to. You didn't know any better. You were out there watching YouTube videos. You were reading Webull comments. You were on Reddit. You were all hyped up. And that's what happens in these plays. People get you very hyped up. They think it's going to go to 100, a million, 10 million. It's the next GME. What's the difference between Redbox and GME? Well, we knew Redbox was in a very dangerous situation whenever all of this started going down. GME, profitable company, been around. They have money in the bank. They have a very strong, massive community behind them. Redbox got a little bit of a hype, but they are in a terrible situation. It's not the same play. Now, do I think... I can't even comment on GME, right? It's going to do what it wants to do. The management's doing what seems to be acting in its shareholders' benefit. They're holding on to those shares. They're, even accumulating more. They're not selling out their investors. They're trying to do what they think is right. And it's just a different mentality. So, from there, if it was the first play you got burned in and you were hyped up and you were misled by whatever you were reading or listening to, That's one thing, and it happens to the best of us. If it was your second play, okay. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, type of thing. But at some point, we have to realize that most of these plays are just that. They're just plays. If you see a chance to make money, you take the money. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen from here. Is it going to squeeze? I hope it does. I hope it squeezes for all of your guys' sake. I hope that you make more money than you know what to do with. I hope it works out in your favor. I don't want anybody to get burned. I don't want anybody to lose money. But if that is the case and it doesn't squeeze, let it just be a lesson learned, right? We learn lessons in life. We learn lessons in the stock market, and when money's involved, emotions are involved, we learn those lessons even to a more stronger degree. So that's why ever since I came out, I was saying, I hope you're playing with the house's money. I hope you've made your account free at this point. I hope that you're trading this thing smart. And I mean, some of that probably just didn't sit well, right? I know it didn't sit well, and this video is probably not going to sit well, but I really started this channel because I was just tired of seeing all of the hype around all these plays. It actually, did it probably squeeze to a degree from that run up to $18? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it probably realistically did. And then did they swap it out, get it under control, beat it down? You only get a brief moment in these markets that it catches those market makers off guard. It catches the shorts off guard. Once they catch on to a play, they almost become in full control. They do what they want. And unfortunately, that seems to be the situation that it's in right now. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, it was going below $5. I believe it was going below $5 because there are puts out there, and I think they want those shares, and I think they need those shares. Does that mean that they're done hammering this thing down? No, it doesn't mean that. But do I think that the shorts might back off a little bit now? Are they going to really want to bring their cost and everything down to this level if they think that they already have it in the bag? I don't necessarily think they're going to try to continue to pound and pound. I might be wrong, but I do think there might be a brief glimmer of hope where it gets a little bit of relief. Now, what you do if there is a relief period is totally your call. If you are convicted in the play, I'm not here to change your mind. If you are convicted in saving your account, I'm not here to change your mind. But if you see that relief period, then, maybe it might be time to just consider some options at that point. But that's all I have for this video. This is my take on if the merge actually goes down, what happens from there, and a little bit of a lecture. Life lessons is what it is. I've blown up accounts. I'm not a perfect trader. I have increased my ability to trade over the years very well. I still am not a perfect trader. I will lose money on trades. It happens, and I've been right there where you guys are before in other plays, and I've learned my lessons, right? After you lose enough money in some play, you kind of just start to think about them a little bit more deeply. So hopefully all of us come out of here a little bit more on guard to these type of things. And I really do hope everybody gets out unscathed one way or another, whether you're a millionaire or you broke even and you dust you dust off your boots and you go try again somewhere else, or whatever happens. I can't tell you where to go, what to do, or how to do it, but just something to always kick around in the back of your head, be thinking about, and see, what works best for you. What keeps food on your table? what hurts you, what doesn't hurt you. If you're playing with free money and you didn't care when you got in, then you probably don't care now, and you're just going to see what happens. And totally understandable, right? We have play money, and then we have money for bills. And if it's bill money, then I really hope that you get out of this thing what you wanted, what you came for. If it was play money and you didn't care, then no harm done, right? You were here, you played, and maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. But that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for requesting the video. I hope that it made a little bit of sense. I hope that it shed a little bit of light on what the actual merge could look like for its holders and where it goes from there. As always, thank you guys so much for coming back and watching another one, and I will catch you all in the next video. As always, guys, stay golden, and may your accounts stay green.